Right now I got 4.
Well, what do you mean by that? Do you expect more? What are you laughing at? Don't you want the money? What do you expect more, or what is it? Your wife expecting?
Well, no, but I'm taking in veterans.
I see. Well, all right, then let's not get foolish. I mean, I got a job to get in. What is your straighten up, fellow. Straighten up. Now, what is it? What is your address right now?
The address is 1744 Nonchalant Avenue
And that is where?
in Waldorf.
I used to know an uncle that came from there.
I've only lived there 4 years.
I see. How old are you now?
62.
Kinda old to be borrowing money, is it? Think you'll outlive the loan?
Well, I'm trying to accommodate myself.
What is your occupation?
Well, right now I paint all radiators.
So you would class that as what?
Oh, I guess as a repairman.
I see. Very good. Where did you work, or where do you work right now?
Right now I work for the Rumford Box Factory.
Gee, that's quite a ride, isn't it, all the way from Waldorf?
Well, I got a good car.
I see. Oh, you have a car. What kind of what model, please?
It's just
I want to mark this down. What is the car that you have?
it's a 47 Chevy.
Oh, I see. Standard shift?
Yes, but it has to be. Of course, I got repairs to be done on it.
Oh, I see.
I hitchhike most of the time.
Do you have a service record?
Yes,
I see. Where did you serve?
Burber's Bakery.
I see. Right. That was quite a regiment. Now, how much money were you interested in borrowing here?
Well, what I need for, I mean, what the reason I needed the loan for, I'd like to borrow about $1,600.
1,600. And what was the reason for the loan?
I'd like to replant all my tulips around my house.
Now that's quite an expensive ordeal.
Fix my floorboards.
I see. Kind of tough shape, aren't you, huh?
Oh, it's really. But I know I can pay, because right now I'm very busy. The overtime is great.
Oh, I see. Well, how much do you make now a week?
40 hours? What do you mean?
Well, are you on salary? Or?
No, so much an hour.
I see. Well, how much do you make per hour? Then I can figure
Right
it
now
out.
I'm making $1.12 an hour.
I see. Then
With my overtime, it brings me to about $4 an hour.
Oh, I see. They really paid good money for overtime, huh?
Well, they appreciate me working nights.
I see. How long you worked there?
Oh, right now, let's see. I started in December. I got laid off. Last week I went back. Yes.
Well, come on now.
Yeah, but I've done other work besides that. I'm always keeping busy.
I see. Well, where have you worked the longest?
Right now it's on a molasses boat.
So they must be hard to find.
I know it. It was blowing molasses through the lines to the pier.
I see. Do you own your own house, or do you rent?
I certainly own it.
You own your own house.
Yes.
Is it a 3-room, 5-bedroom?
It's a 5-family duplex.
I see. Running water?
No.
No. What are your toilet facilities?
Well, I have very good accommodations in the backyard.
Oh, I see.
I use plenty of lime. There's no trouble.
Oh. No heating system, I suppose.
Not quite yet. No.
I see. What do you mean? You're putting one in? Or?
Well, I'm thinking about it.
I see. Hardwood floors?
No. Plain pine.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you want to replace
just use a lot of coal.
I see. Do you own other property?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Just give me a list of a few.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want to know the whole thing. I use five. I own 5 motels.
I see. They're all open and operating.
Yes.
Mhm.
The biggest one was on Route 2.
I see. Route 2 is a long route now. Whereabouts?
Well, it's around Kentucky.
I see. And anything else?
And well, I do a job part-time.
You own more property than that motel?
Well, I mean, you'll find out, yes.
I see. Okay, could we have just a few charge accounts?
At least 3. The Standard Electric Company,
Mm-hmm.
the Hosiery Bar,
Mm-hmm.
and the Phoenix Hotel.
They're very, very interesting clients. We'd let over here, nearest relative. Can be anybody. Doesn't have to be particular.
Alma Civil.
Alma Civil. Is she of age? She has to be 21. She is 21.
Yeah, she's 74.
I see. Mother and father living?
Yes.
I see. How old are they?
87 and 84.
Which one's which?
Pat.
Oh.
Pat is 74. Oh.
Have you done farming before?
Yes, in my young age.
I see. How long ago was this?
Oh, that was about 22 years ago.
I see. What sort of farming?
We had a sheep farm
I see.
in Lancaster.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about the lumber business?
Yes, quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Now, you have brothers and sisters.
Yes. I have 7 brothers and 1 sister.
I see. Are they all live in the area?
Except 1.
I see.
My youngest brother. He's 3. He's over in Bedford.
Is he mature?
Yes.
I see. What's the trouble?
Well, mature, they make a joke because they say he's awfully ripe.
Guess you used to coil wire at your young age.
Yes, I do that part-time.
I see. You're 62. You say, well, do you think you could get your mother and father to come in and sign on this loan?
Well, I shouldn't have no trouble. Why should I have my mother and father? Would
Well-
the wife be all right?
Has your wife been able to sign?
Well, she can't write, but I can teach her.
Oh. Well, how old is she now?
She's going on 4. Excuse me, I'm getting nervous. She's 14.
I see. You've got a wonderful, wonderful family there. 4 children. I see. Very good.
Well, that was part of my mistake. I got married very young, and that's why I'm here for the loan.
I see. Athletics. Have you ever been in athletics?
Yes. I used to be a putt shot shooter.
I see. Now. Oh, gee, we almost forgot here. Any serious injuries?
No, not exactly. One time I had a strained elbow,
Mm-hmm.
and it flew up my shoulder. And then it gave me gangrene of my left toe.
Let's see, male or female?
sure.
What is your religion?
A white Baptist.
Okay, I guess we should have an answer by 8 o'clock in about 3 years. Could you make it 3 years from today?
Yeah, but I expected the money this afternoon,
Well, we have to.
because I want to get going on this project.
All this here takes time. We have to process this through the HA and the welfare building.
What's the limit? I mean, why so long? I wouldn't have never showed my face in this place.
Well, first of all,
I got a good record here.
are you on Medicaid at all?
No, I applied for it, but I'm waiting for results.
I see. Have you ever been in a nursing home?
Yes, twice.
Oh. And now you're...
They couldn't find my back, so that's why I...
Right. Did they ever turn you over? Right. Oh, that's ridiculous now. Oh, I see. Well, if you spend time... if you spend time... Now.
Also, I have a bad allergy.
Oh, you have an allergy?
Yes.
What is that?
I can't stand ants.
I see. Oh, well, we'll have to put that down for future references.
But I'm telling you, I'm 100% physical, because I signed up for the service.
Do you have a savings account with any bank?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What bank?
Universal Trust.
Universal Trust. And how much would you, roughly, how much is in that savings account?
Well, the last, let's see, I was in Friday to deposit $1.16. I've got $1.19.
I see. What are your mortgage payments right now? This is very important.
On my house, you mean?
Yeah, how much do you pay every
Yes, sir.
month for your draw?
Right now, I'm paying $286 a month.
$286 a month. And do you get money out of the motel business at all, or is this a separate corporation?
No, I get it. I mean, my income, my total income from all the motels is $400,000 a month.
You own a dog?
Yeah, man. Maybe your dog bark like that.
It's them.
What's
Hear
that?
a bark, Mom?
All right, sign it here, would you please?
Thank you.
Oh.
You ever hear yourself say something like that? You say, oh, that sounds stupid. What's your opinion on
No. All right. They want Saturday masses, right? Which I think is wrong. One of your 10 commandments, it says, honor thy Sabbath. So what happens to the Sabbath?
Saturday's the Sabbath of the Jews, so Sabbath can be any day.
Well, my Sabbath is Sunday.
All the changes were man-made.
You're out of it. You're not old enough to button a jacket. Now you with the gray shorts.
Great,
Mr. President,
now, man.
what do we do with two-legged cabinets? Well, we'll make a change as soon as I get my hands on my hip pocket. Mr. Nixon, how much money do you have on Majestic Prints? It's none of your business. It's patronized money. Patronized. Oh, it's patronized money. Now, the fellow with a nice-looking pipe. Mr. President, are we going to be in Vietnam very shortly? I mean, I'm sorry, are we going to be out of Vietnam shortly? Well, the way things goes now, as soon as Captain Eustace was... Too much Russian.
Get it. too much Russian.
I'd like
Right.
it put on tape that I have married a very ignorant man. Well, let the world know.
What is your name, Mrs.? All right, this is a racer night. All right, crispy crack.
Mr. President, how long are we gonna live with this college disorder bit?
Well, I think if I have anything to do, I'm supposed to have a meeting with my cabinet tomorrow morning, and I think we should straighten out everything with those. Excuse me, I had a cold. Those long-haired monsters, we have to get rid of them and put ties on them. I mean, that is the best reason to put their nose to the book. I mean, you'll agree with me. If you don't, you know, you haven't got a job tomorrow. What a crooked politician.
Thank you. Mr. President, Senator Akers said that you would withdraw all the troops if you didn't have a cold tomorrow.
Well, Senator Akers does not agree any of my subject. He and I see two different eyebrows.
Naturally, you can't see yours.
No, I'll tell you, I don't know, I can't, Mr. Cronkite. Right now we can't because Mr. Akers doesn't agree with me because he doesn't even agree with his wife. How can you expect to follow my policy? Next.
Mr. President, Arthur Hood from World News Report.
Yes, Mr. Hood, how's your milk?
The new vaccine on cancer bugs that's been told by Newport Cigarette. Do you think that will be an accepted fact to the medical board?
Well, right now it's in the puffin stage. It's keeping a lot of ashtrays dirty, and I think we'll try to get around to it. We'll have it surmised on Wednesday morning at my jackpot party.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Al Green, Newsweek.
How's the Jolly Green Giant?
Oh, thanks a lot.
I mean, I'm very jokingly, man. That's why I took this office, because I'm very accommodating.
What is that?
What is coming out today?
You promised on your platform that the schools in Alabama would be supported totally to desegregate. What's the newest scoop on that?
Well, the way I look at it right now, if we could get rid of all black paved roads, I think we've got the problem licked.
A problem.
I have a diode on my left cheek.
I'm not concerned with your problem. Mr. President?
That's what's wrong with this country. Nobody's concerned about Mr. President. I have problems too. I have aches and pains and will hurt my bones, but you will never ask me.
Mr. President?
Yes, gentlemen.
Wilfred Nick, Chicago Tribune.
I know it very well. I read it. I should say I have read it. 20 years ago. Keep on.
On the obscenity
Very touchy.
issue.
Yes, I understand. It's very touchy.
Have the committee that you appointed then have they done anything about this ridiculous sickness?
Well, if you want to know the bare facts, the way things look now, we're all going to go bare. And I certainly don't want to look like a bear. There will be something straightened out, like Senator Muskie got after me the other day, and he he got in touch with Senator Prescott, and we are going to make some decisions on a third Reich on that. I will show you. We'll have it straightened out within a minute. Go on now. Getting out of hand now. We get that. Serious
Mr.
problem.
President,
Yes, Mr. Schultz.
William Powell, the Hollywood News.
Oh, yes. You look very neat.
Is the automobile industry going to increase their volume this year, or they expect a new low?
No, I think they're expecting an old high. They're going to put higher tops on cars, so there can be very few car owners that complain about their tax bill, which I think it would get around the subject right now. I think it's very well running on wheels.
On L. Kelly. What about the beer industry?
Well, I think they're booming. I think they'll keep booming till they blow that top. Till they pop that top. Well, that's part of my policy. A few laughs now and then. That's how I stay in business.
Have you always been a pilgrim?
No, I've been a Quaker since I was 15.
Quaker rolled oats. Have you talked to Johnson since he left?
Yes, in fact, I was playing golf with him last night. He shot a 44 and I shot a 54.
What are you talking about, bear?
Now, we were just kidding about the A and F.
What,
Yes, you, in a tight collar.
Mr. President, I'm a priest from the Sacred Heart Church in Brockton.
Very pleased to have you here. You look mighty sweet.
What is this new trend on the folk mass and your idea on it?
Well, the way it looks to me now, your Pope will be Glenn Campbell in a couple of years.
Please, don't lose respect.
No, I'm trying not to. I'm just being honest. Let's face it.
You ever been to confession?
Yes. And I was refused, but I'll take it in stride. Earl Stroud came up to bat for me.
How about the heart transplant? Do you agree in that continuance?
Well, some people may laugh at this suggestion, but it needs a little more soil. It needs a little more soil before we complete the growing thing. And a lot of it's a lot of manure.
Well, we have one big problem to beat, Mr. President, and that's air pollution. Beer can.
Well, I think that can be licked. If we just go about it and stop breathing. I mean, what else? How is it going to hurt you if you stop breathing? I mean, that's the things we got to come around with. To find a suggestion to how to stop people from breathing and live.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'll be right back. Have to go.
Mr. President, we have some personal and pertinent questions.
Yes.
Do you play tennis?
Yes, occasionally I do.
I see. Do you smoke?
Yes, I have to say, I admit it, I do. Yes. which I shouldn't.
You drink?
Moderately.
When's our next press conference?
Which should be May the 5th.
That's the date. At what age did you notice that you had an affected toe?
Well, I'm very surprised that you knew about that. I was 5.5, but it's like anything else. You don't get multiple sclerosis playing the fife and drum, you know.
Oh, jeez. Were you in the Boy Scouts?
Yes, for 6 months. Basic training, that is.
Where does your mother live?
Over on 4th Avenue.
Where do you buy your clothes?
Well, right now I buy it at Solinger's Pier 4.
When you don't eat at the
What?
White House, where do you and your wife dine?
Well, I manage to eat get-togethers in our backyard. I mean, why so many personal questions? You're here for a world conference. That's what I'm interested in. That's what I was elected president for, to solve your problems. Why concern about my home life? It's disgusting, I think.
Well, if that's so, then why haven't we solved the city sewerage biz, which is really out of hand?
Is it my fault if it hasn't rained? You have to wait for the drainage to come. Right now, I'd say drain your own backyard and you've got a problem licked.
And what did you mean by cleaning the crime off the street?
It's just what I meant. I really will clean the crime off the streets. Because you'll never get rid of crime until you stop peddling for dimes. Which, if that doesn't rhyme in my book, I am not HTS.
That's the book of ancient times. Have you seen any good Broadway plays lately? Or?
Yes, we saw one the other night. The First Lady and I beg your pardon. We saw The Ball in the Vine. Very delicious.
You own a dog?
Yes, I own a Scotty fool.
Does it often bark at Tressia?
No, just at back steps. It sees his own shadow. Yes, you in a white shirt.
The high cost of living is just mounting by thousands. What is the solution to this thing?
I think everybody should move off of Sun Street.
Yeah.
Margaret, what in the hell are you doing? Is that on? I'd like to join you on.
What join you?
She's going in the end of this month. They're gonna
Tonight,
replace the valve, put a plastic valve in the top.
we're very happy here to have WGBH, Channel 2. A very sophisticated book writer by the name of Hiawatha Lowswamp. He's written many books. Now the first one he's written, I have no name. What is the first book you've written? They're yellow pages. I can't do it alone.
Well, what are your most recent editions, though? What do you call them? No. You know, what are your most recent books that you put out? You know, this.
Well, my top book for the year, I mean, 969.
I imagine that's this year.
Yes, it was the Back Window Affair.
You're dead. I don't like it. Well, speak up. If you have a book, you wrote it. What is it?
The Back Window Affair.
Right. What is it? I mean, you know, I get a kick at you guys come on this program. I have to introduce you and speak you up big and everything, and then you ask the question, you don't know it. Now, if you wrote a few books, say it. Say the stupid things.
Well, I just told you my top one.
All right. We heard the top one, huh? So let's have another book. Did you write any other books? Did you write any magazines?
All right, I wrote one, The Flip Finger.
All right.
I'll tell you my 7 bestsellers.
All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Was your best
Oh, well, I'm
The
sorry.
public is here to hear.
All right, in 1968 I wrote 7 books.
All right.
The Flip Finger was one.
That's right.
The next one was The Unopened Box.
Yeah, that
And
was
let's
a
see,
flop.
and last May it had no flaps. And I wrote the one that was very highly recommended to the Broadway play was Look Through My Eyesight.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Did you sell much of the? Did you sell many of the edition? Was that the glue at the end of the pot? Was it?
Well, that one there was kind of a flop.
I guess.
Well, it kind of stuck me in the throat. And I wrote one for the kids, Sticky Fingers. And there was one that do not look back, we who have no road.
Never mind. You own a dog?
Occasionally. I have a sister cat,
I see.
and a male Tom Conway. I do. And I wrote, my biggest hit was the Barroom Waltz.
Did you ever spend time in jail?
Yes. It was my brother Charlie's fault.
Yeah.
He was too short to climb the window. I had to do it.
Well, then he would have been in jail if you didn't.
Oh, why not? What's good for the Savior is good for me.
How long have you had those birthmarks?
Oh, I'd say since last year.
Birthmarks.
Those are strawberries.
Yeah. Had no napkin. Do you like light?
If they're mixed with nits.
Do you promote good charms?
Well, I mean, on occasion I have a fear that I do at times. When when it has its effects on the Wagenstein. Sometimes I have a yawning fit. It happens every time I have to make a speech. And I yawn myself back to my seat.
Well, with all your creation.
Now, before you go any further, I have a sonnet.
Okay.
I mean, this is a little ditty that I wrote while I was buttering my fingers. What is a fall flower without Hank Bauer? When he sat on a tower and he asked his father for a big blow up, he said, "Set up and eat your ketchup, and later on you'll sit on the very nail that you put in the mail."
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I think with all those creations that you have put together, with those fine literature and book, I'd like to. Have you ever really examined and really taken a close look at a soda cracker? How the beautiful, beautiful creation.
It looks like a storm square drain.
Oh, square storm drain. No, this is really. It is really something, you know, to admire.
What is the meaning of a saltine?
It must be you.
Yes, isn't it adorable? It sparkles and it dripples, and it has no wrinkles until you put a waffle on each end and put a big pickle on your dip.
You want to talk?
That lousy mutt, you high Frankenstein. Here comes Leon Ashley. Come on, that guy.
Drinking on first base.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the tour of Cornell University, where you'll see some bright trees and dead trees. It's a beautiful sight. If you look through your left, you'll see a wooded area, and to your right, you'll see a peanut field. And straight on by that's the guardhouse. It's really a beautiful city, and students here are well satisfied with the Pine Brothers. And if you look to your left quite a bit, you'll see the monastery. That's where the students eat their supper. And now you'll see a student limping, and that, of course, we have all kinds here, and you'll see a bright yellow pair of pants. That's a kid that was thrown out of the common last night. You have all kinds here. Then we see an A student covering up his eyes. Then over on the other side is the beet shed. And on the other side is the Knicks. Because they live in a mansion. And we also have dogs.
That's a mascot. Cornell mascot.
He's a regular mascot on the volleyball team. Now, here come approaching the enemies. You'll see at the right-hand knob of the left door, there's a beautiful picture of St. Margaret. It was painted by Leo da Vinci in 1840 and was well framed by Leon Ashley. He has to give his number. Then that little building with a light on it, that's Joe and Nemo's hot dog house. Then we have the Crumbs.
Newport King.
Yeah, and then we have, that's what you call on the left side there with the tents, those are the gutter rats. We got everything here on this campus, because to please everybody. We have the Mission Hill Church with Donovan as a sexton. And on your far right hand side, the other side of the fence, a big factory. That's the Glenwood Range factory. Well, they make stove. And there you are. All the kids are happy, going swimming in the swimming hole with their bathing suits. Edward's the coach. All right. There must be a. Come on, let's raise that. We've got to have something. Who's appearing at King Philip?
Yeah. Yeah, she wanted to go out and lay in the, she did go out and lay in the sun for a while, then I went out and his.
It's Luke and his 10 flukes.
Very cool breeze today, yeah. I'm telling you, you can't trust.
Went to the Giant store on Thursday night drawing.
Oh, yeah.
Now, may the lucky winner, I hope he's in the store. Now, go ahead now, churn the ticket. Alright, here's the winner. Number 444. And the name is Mrs. Abigail Lucia in the store. No. We'll have to pick another one. Okay. Here's another one. Number 285. Philip Dubious. He's here? Right, mister. You just want a corded shaped suspenders with an electric shaver. Well, I'm glad there was so many people gathered at this picnic today. I'm very pleased with the crowd here. I am very pleased. I mean, everything went well. I mean, they were very good at the food. And next Sunday, I want to bring your attention to what we'll have. We have, I'm telling you right now, I might as well tell you, we're having a heck of a time. Now, we're starting off at 10 o'clock. We're going to have a pole jumping contest from 8 to 80. We don't care what color or what age, as long as they're blue. And then at 10:45 it's the tea time. And then we have a saucer contest. Whatever that is. I guess you kind of saucer up. And then we have a cooking compound in the afternoon with Elliot Chase and Robert Bushard. And then we're going to have a toy beating contest with a ruptured appendix fighting an alligator. I mean, it's going to be a myth. It's something that you haven't seen before. You can go to movies, to stadiums, and to Sonic Room. You'll never see anything like you. You're going to see things that don't exist. You're going to see a lousy peanut fighting a matchbook. I don't care what you are. Anything, you name it, we'll have it. Next Sunday is the problem child this afternoon. I don't care what you'll see. You're actually going to see a piece of veneer asking for its mother. You'll see all the kind. You're going to see a shade of pink. A shade of pink. Now remember, that's a tint, right? It's going to ask for his signature on a bad check. You're going to see a set of lungs. That's right. I said a set of lungs. A set of clear lungs. singing pollution. You're gonna see a pair of ribs trying to fight off fat. Anything, you name it, we've got it. You're gonna see a ruptured napkin asking for its father peanut. You'll see. I mean, you name it, we've got it. I mean, next Sunday it's going to be it's going to be. In other words, you see these crazy sale they have on George Washington's birthday, but this is going to be the crazy party. You're going to see a well-worn mat rug. Yeah, that's right, a well-known mat rug waving at dirt. You're going to see a piece of dust flying through and singing, "We want my spaghetti." Anything. You're going to see well-done ribs. Now, you're going to see the... Now, what would you say right now if you saw a pair of pants flying right now with a big dang hanging on top of the back pocket? I mean, the guy left his electric shaver in a hurry. You're going to see everything. A well-worn sweater with patch sleeve. A dirty shirt asking for a tie. You're going to see everything. A boiled dinner. Boiled dinner with all kinds of fruits in it. A worm squirming for his first look. You think you've seen? I mean, you. In other words, if you've seen freaks, you've never seen a freak till you come here next Sunday. I will tell you, you're gonna see a 2x4 freak walking up that lousy side road with carrying 4 bags of cement and just whistling Dixie. Perhaps you'll see knot holes all over my mother's head, everything. It's impossible. Cripes. You see, it's impossible. We've got it. You can see inboard surfing on a dance floor. It's a crying shame what you're going to see next week. You're going to see a piece of cellophane come in front of you and waving you the last rites. I mean, that's impossible. A tablecloth whistling, "How are you, Mr. Nixon?" Perhaps a block ceiling asking what time it is. Anything, you name it, we're having it. We're having it. Emerson Rugg asking for a quart of vinegar. Oh, this is the day. You shouldn't miss it next week. You'll be stumbling over empty boxes. Anything. Don't wear shoes, please. We'll be eating dirt. Perhaps a soiled head of lettuce. Now for this event, I know there's going to be trouble getting in here. I know. No, I'm going to name you. I'm going to name off the ticket committee. Now you can contact them by calling 04-369284. I'll read off the names, and I can only read them off once because I'm really buried for time. Leon Ashley, Buster Paxton, Willie Thump, Tester Ball,
Oh.
Frank Smell, Willie Dumpling, Harold Burns.
Well, let's have a common name.
All right. Dick Hitz, Sal Crispy, Cracker Net, and Florence Moore. Sandy Kovacs, oceanographer. And I want to talk to you people about what's in the ocean. A lot of people just take ships and go fishing, but they don't understand what is in the bottom of our great oceans. You have rare birds that survive under the sea. Some of them are Grylopithecus, which is very unknown to you because I'm an oceanographer and I can say words that you don't understand what they are. We have a fish askabout and Samasa Korfok, Splantrant Tahatu. Now if you go down to that ocean, you'll find the water will pierce your eardrums, 1 billion pound of pressure at the moment you speak. That's no good.
Hey, Mac,
Yeah.
you know where Appleton Road is?
Which way you heading?
I'm going towards Belmont and Melrose.
Oh, Appleton. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You take your first light down here to your right. Turn right. And you go down 4 streets, and you'll pass an old map seller there. The guy sells map. Just wave at him. He's got a yellow pair of pants on, but just go by him. And after that, you kind of bear to the left, and right away you make a sharp right. Then you come to a one-way street, but don't take that. You take your following right. Then you'll come to a big dump. That's where they dump everything. They dump their garbage, their mothers and everything. They dump. It's a big square hole. Oh, it's about a 3x4. Then they have band concerts there at night. You collect pencils, hospitals. You make your car payments there. Then after you get to there, kind of bear to the right. Then you take a terminal. Then you pay a $4.45 to go through the tunnel. You go past that, then you'll see a rugged cop there standing at the corner. Just whiz by him and wave so he won't give you pollution. Then when you come to the next corner, you'll see you'll see kind of a Venice cafe. There'll be drunks there, but watch out. You'll miss quite a few, but just kind of bear to your right a little bit, because there's a kind of a funny corner there. There's a curbstone there with sores all over it. You just kind of rub the cement. And then when you come to it there, you put your palm on your left cheek and say, you missed it. And then you'll come to a dummy, a blinking light. And then you kind of bear right. Then you take one street, take that one there, and go down. Let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 16 streets down, you bear left. Then go all the way as far as you can go. It's only about a block. No, let's see, a half a block. Just make sure you fuel up before you go by there. And then you keep going, and you come to a super highway, but don't go there. You just take that one-way street and take that lane across the river. And there's a detour there, but take your left and then turn back. And then you make a U-turn. Make a wide U-turn, a big wide one. Then miss the construction job and come right back to where I am right now. Then you ask me again. Then I return you to that proper junction. And then I turn around and I point my finger. It's right here where I'm standing. That's Appleton Road. Doctor, I know it comes to the doctor once a year, but right now, before we go anywhere, my problem is rugs. My name? Roger Rugg. I live on Rugg Road. Where do I work? Emerson Rugg. Of course, I got a part-time job. But what do? I lay rugs at night part-time. And my wife is after me. She's got wall-to-wall rugs. And then she wants to put, those little mat rugs all over the floor. And I just got a new baby, and she wants it. His name is Ruggy. I got a dog. His name is Rugg. Ruggle. And my wife, my wife's first name is Ruggy. And I get paid in rugs. And my wife makes dishes. There's Armenian dishes. All look like rugs. And she takes all the old rugs, make my shirt, my pants, my clothes are made out of rugs. Crabs, and I'm all rugged out. And of course I'm very rugged. Last night they really rugged me. Hey, that's the problem. Last night I went to the movie with my little kid Ruggy. And first I got in the lobby and I slipped on a rug. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I go to see a friend of mine. He says, "Come on, let's go cut the rug." So all I hear is rug. Oh, I'm getting very ruggy. What do you mean? Yeah, I live on 22 Can Road. My name is Carl Can. You drink much? A few cans of beer. My wife don't cook canned food. Then I gotta get the dog canned food. And what do? I go off for an evening, I get canned.